honor, un placer poder recibirlo. Es una superestrella del mundo del espectáculo, del cine, una mega star, el señor Roger Moore. Oh, I can't believe it. Welcome to Argentina.
Thank you. What's
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Really a pleasure. Oh, I'm dying.
Perché?
Per conoscerti.
Grazie.
Come habla italiano perfetto, parla bene in italiano.
No, non è vero.
Parla...
Ma capisco italiano.
Capisco italiano. ¿Y lo español parlano?
Es muy difícil para mí.
Es difícil. Es parecido a leer.
No, y puedo decir, hágame el favor, tráeme 2 huevos.
Claro, il desayuno, la colazione,
Sì,
è più
sì.
facile. And well, then we're going to speak in my horrible English.
Your English is wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Roger. I can't believe that. This is your first time in Argentina, no?
Well, I was actually in the north of Argentina, the Iguazu Falls
Really?
in 19 whenever it was.
Yeah.
When we were doing a film called Moonraker,
Ah, yeah.
and I went over the falls.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. You didn't go to TV and nothing.
No, I was just there.
Just there.
3 days.
You
That was
look
enough.
wonderful. You look. You always be wonderful. You're always going to be wonderful. You know that.
Well, I feel very good. I should say that. I like this.
Tell me, in which part of England, in which city you was?
I was born in London,
London. Beautiful.
South London.
And you always want to be a star? Since you
To
were
be a star?
Yes, since you were a little boy.
No, I didn't want to be a star.
An actor?
I wanted to be I wanted to be an architect.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
And then I was at art school, and I decided I wanted to be a painter.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody saw my work, and I was given a job as an animated cartoonist.
Mm-hmm.
And I got fired because I wasn't very good.
Oh. And that changed your life.
Thank God. It was, the best,
Yes.
it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yes.
Because I then went with some friends on a film set as an extra.
Mm-hmm.
And I was put under contract.
No.
And a star was born.
And a star was born. And how did you come to Hollywood? Who saw you? Who wanted you?
I was doing television in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I went in 1953 to New York.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm English, I was cast as a Frenchman in a play in the days of live television.
Yeah?
In New York on Robert Montgomery Presents.
Mm-hmm.
And I was seen by MGM and by Warner Brothers, and I was offered contracts. So I took the one that paid the most money.
Oh, of course. Oh, who? Warner?
MGM.
MGM, the great MGM. And then your first picture there was with Lana Turner or something? No.
My first was Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh my God, she was so beautiful.
Oh, she was beautiful. She was such a big star as well.
Mm-hmm.
Rather intimidating for sort of a shy young Englishman.
Yeah, of course.
But Lana Turner, I actually starred for the first time in a film opposite Lana Turner.
Mm-hmm. And she was great too.
Oh yeah, she was wonderful because there was a film called Diane de Poitiers.
Mm-hmm.
And Lana was Diane de Poitiers. Of course, I wasn't. I played Henri Triste, the King of France, who was taught manners, taught to be a prince by Diane de Poitiers.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Francois Prime, my father, died,
Yeah.
I became king. And I have to say to Lana, you made me a prince, now make me a king.
Oh.
And I kiss her.
Opa.
And I kissed her with all the passion of a 27-year-old Englishman.
I can imagine.
And she drew back for breath and she said, Roger, you are a wonderful kisser, but would you just put the passion but not the pressure, because when you're 35, you shouldn't put the pressure. So I learned to kiss ladies very gently.
Oh, and she's the best kiss of your career now. The first one?
The first.
Lana, the first one. She was a wonderful lady, you know, incredible.
She was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And the same, how arrived the same in your life?
I made a television series called Ivanhoe.
Oh, yeah.
which was about 1956 or 7. And at that time, I thought, having gone from films to television, that I would never go back to films again, and so I might just as well find something else to do in television. So I tried to buy the rights to The Saint, and Leslie Charteris wasn't interested at all. And a few years later, I was back in Europe. I had been under contract by that time to Warner Brothers. I never lasted too long at any studio.
Why?
On your bike. I get greedy.
I look at the pictures. I love that. I love that.
Is that me?
Yes, it's you. It's you. It was incredible success. My God. My God, you were a baby. A baby.
My God.
Oh, it was incredible, right? It was a hit in all over the world.
The first time my hair's ever been ruffled.
Yeah. Incredible. Wow. Times to remember as that time was a great time.
Well, doing The Saint, we did that for 8 years.
8 years?
8 years, yes. As I said, it came about because I tried to buy the rights and they weren't interested, and then they suddenly came along and offered it to me.
It was, in all the world was a hit, no?
Yeah.
All over the world. It was incredible. I remember it.
Yeah, they said it was seen by 500 million people or something, which is almost as many viewers as you have.
I hope that. Tell me about, now Bond, James Bond.
Well, that came about because I used to gamble with Cubby Broccoli. Cubby Broccoli and Harry Saltzman were the two producers of Bond. And we became friends, and when Sean started asking for a lot more money, they then started talking to me about doing it. And eventually Sean left for good, and I came in.
It was incredible, eh? That changed your life, you think?
Well, it's certainly, in terms of recognition, going from sort of having a major television series, which was shown everywhere, to being in the cinema, which is on the big screen, and so it suddenly was like a step up.
Yes.
And then I stepped on.
And you did. We are looking at incredible images of which one is this?
Oh, this was my first Bond, Live and Let Die.
The first Bond.
This is where they had a very funny line. The CIA man looks at me and he says, "White face in Harlem, Bond, good disguise."
Oh my God! How many pictures you have done in all your career, Roger?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I know I made 125 Saints, and I made 24 Persuaders with Tony Curtis, and 39 Ivanhoes, and 30 Mavericks, and 40, and I suppose about 60 or 70 films. So I probably made about 500 hours of film.
500 hours?
You would think I would have learned to act by now, wouldn't you?
Oh my God, you look gorgeous now. Really. In which part? You live where, Roger?
In Switzerland, in the winter, and in Monaco. I get to do the things I like, which is ski in the winter, and swim and sail in the summer.
My God, and you have the same body, 1 kilo more that you don't have, no? Nothing.
1 kilo.
No. You 1 pound. How do you say kilo in?
2 pounds.
2 pounds.
2 pounds, 2 ounces. 2
No.
pounds. No, and then in between that, I'm tearing around the world doing this UNICEF.
Yes, I know. We're going to speak about it. We'll come back in a minute and we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Venimos inmediatamente con el señor Roger Moore. Bueno, tenemos el placer de estar acá con el señor Roger Moore en nuestro living. And Roger, you arrived just from Denmark, no? You've been there?
Yes, I was in Denmark and in Norway for about 12 days.
And you're working from UNICEF there, no?
I was in Sweden. I just launched a campaign in Sweden for what is called a drop of water for UNICEF, which is a wonderful way of getting children involved in helping children, which is very important because it's in our childhood that we form the adults we're going to be, which is why UNICEF is so important. Child is the father of man. I'm not going to bore you with all this.
No, but it's really...
But anyway, they have a wonderful scheme there where the children sell a little blue pearl of water, a drop that is worn rather like this, and a quarter of the money goes to a project of their own school, and the other 75% goes to safe drinking water for Namibia.
Oh my God.
It's always easier to make a project to raise money for funds. You can say one country, you raise it just for this country and for various projects. UNICEF covers so many different areas.
Yes, I know, it's an important thing to do. You replaced Audrey Hepburn
Well, I didn't replace Audrey. Audrey asked me to help her on a couple of
I didn't know that.
Couple of events, and then I was sort of hooked by the fact that Audrey was so sincere about her work and so intense.
Yes.
I sometimes thought she was a little too intense.
Yes.
But once I became involved with it, I realized that it was an understatement that she was making when you see what is so desperately needed for children in the world. Children here in Argentina are fortunate, as I tell them they are in Europe, where they can turn on a tap and safe drinking water comes out. You can imagine being in countries where you can't do that. So we have safe water to worry about, diarrheal diseases to worry about, which comes from the lack of safe drinking water. We have the immunization programs to get rid of measles, the rubella, the diphtheria, all of the tuberculosis. And it goes on and on. It never stops. What we call...
he's still James Bond.
I'm still, well...
Yes, saving people, helping people. Yeah, really. Yes, I think it's like that.
James Bond got paid a little more than $1.
Yeah, no, I know. You are a happy man, Roger?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I've been exceedingly lucky in my life.
Yes.
So I would be terribly an ingrate if I were not happy.
Are you in love in this moment of your life?
Of course I am.
You're always in love? You believe in love?
Well, love is a four-letter word. And it is the attraction you feel for another person. But it is also more than that. It is what you get back for what you give. And that is love. And love can take its shape in many forms. It takes its form of religion, is love. Helping your neighbors is love.
Being a good person
being with people is love.
You are lovely. Do you have any hobby?
Hobby? Well, I love to ski.
Yes?
I like
water and snow?
Snow ski, downhill. I haven't played tennis for a couple of years because I had some knee surgery, but I'm about to start back on the tennis courts again this summer. This
summer. Roger, it was a real incredible pleasure for me and for all my audience to have you here. You know, I'm sure you know, but Argentina loves you really, and admire you. And I want to thank you for being here today.
Well, you're very kind. I'm overwhelmed, and thank you.
You're going back to Monaco now, or?
Yes, I think not going back to France because of the strike, Air France, which is why I'm speaking with a husky
strike is incredible. It's going to finish, it can't believe it, with the Mundial, you know, that they are using this, no, in this moment. Well, I hope everything is okay. Roger, thank you for being here. Really, lo despedimos al señor Roger Moore con un aplauso increíble porque es un placer haberlo tenido acá. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very much, Roger. Gracias.